Welcome guys to a preview every single NFL team for the upcoming 2023 season. We are back and we're now in the NFC West with the LA Rams. We're on the last couple of teams here. The LA Rams, the former reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, and again a number of years ago they gave away a couple of draft picks to the Lions to get Matthew Stafford because again at the time they was going all in to win. At the time, because again they had Cooper Kupp, they had Jalen Ramsey, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. They had OBJ, and they went all in 2021, won the Super Bowl, and after that you could see it didn't matter really what happened after that 2021 Super Bowl. All it mattered is that when they invested heavily in 2020 and 2021 to really go all in and get your quarterback in, get the positions that you needed, get your Jalen Ramseys in, and go all in and win a Super Bowl. And it paid off for them in 2021. 2022 Super Bowl hangover. It was 3-10, was it last year? It was one of Sean McVay's worst seasons as a head coach. It was really bad. They did invest last summer. Allen Robinson didn't work out. He was there for a year and they cut him. Now he didn't work out. Bobby Wagner's gone back to Seattle. He came in, didn't work out. Then they had, in the season, they had a lot of, Stafford got injured midway through the season. The other backup did, Wolford, he got injured. And then they're like, shit, we need a quarterback. And then Baker Mayfield gets released from, was it the Panthers he was at the time? I think it was the Panthers. And then Sean McVay's like, and then Baker Mayfield's like, yeah, I'm going to work under Sean McVay. I'm like, shit. You know, you couldn't make this shit up. Like, Baker Mayfield's going to work under a great head coach, Sean McVay. But again, emergency quarterback comes in, tries to save the season, doesn't really happen. They don't get to the playoffs. What did they finish? Like third in the division, something like that. Third. They was third in their division in the NFC West. Again, the best player they had last year was Cooper Kupp. He was a good addition, but you look at them in this offseason. You had a good couple additions. That you had a big loss. I think the big loss in the offseason. This offseason was Jalen Ramsey getting traded. He's 28 years old. I don't understand why you're trading Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? Like he's a great talent. He still can go at 28 years old. He isn't declining or anything like that. I don't understand that. But he went to the Dolphins. It's a good pick for them. I talked about that a couple weeks ago. But that is a good addition for them. Aaron Donald, he had a massive contract last year as well. So again, they couldn't really spend anything in this offseason because of that contract. They got Nevarius Copeland, defensive tackle, and they got Coleman's Shelton, offensive line. They only signed 2 players in the offseason. But again, they still got a good team though. This is, again, not too long ago, these guys were champions. So again, you've got a good team. You've got Cam Akers, who I'm a fan of. I'm a real big fan of Cam Akers. You got Von Jefferson. You have Aaron Donald, who's on that big contract. You have Tyler Higbee, who again I'm a fan of him as well. He's a good addition. You got Hunter Long. So again, you've got some good additions here. You've got some good additions. Also, you got Matthew Stafford. Again, the thing is, because they had some late picks, they've got to be smart who they can get. Again, they couldn't get the Will Levis's or the Bryce Youngs or whoever because again, they went early on, the second round, and these guys only had like late second round, third round picks. So they had to really be smart with who they got in this draft class. And it's an okay draft class. I'm not saying, oh my god, the Rams are great, but they got Steve Avila, offensive line from TCU. They got Byron Young from Tennessee, defensive line. So, he's an edge rusher. Again, good addition. You know, I'm a fan of him. And then they got Kobie Turner, defensive tackle from Kobie Turner. He came in from Wake Forest. I'm a fan of him. I think he's got good potential. I think he's going to start a couple of games in 2023. Stetson Bennett. They did draft a quarterback in this draft, but it was the young lion. It was, again, 26-year-old Stetson Bennett, that's right, who's been in college seems like for fucking 10 years at this point, but he's finally got in the NFL. Stetson Bennett's in the NFL at last. He's a two-time college champion with the Georgia Bulldogs, 2021 and 2022. Finally, because again, also because of the pandemic, he had to stay in he had eligibility to stay in college and have a couple more years that he missed because of the pandemic. Like the other guys like Hendon Hooker, Agent O'Connell, all the other guys really. And you got Stetson Bennett coming from Georgia. You had Nick Hampton, edge from App State. He also again, he's in a decent talent. I don't know if he's going to get any rep, but he's a good addition. Again, he's going to be going under Aaron Donaldson for a year, so that's a good addition. That's a good person to have in your team. Warren McClendon, I don't know how you say his last name, offensive tackle from Georgia again. Again, him, and if Stetson Bennett gets any game time, especially if Stafford gets injured, he's in his mid-30s now, so if he gets any game time, Stetson Bennett, then you know, you can bring him in and you can put Warren McClendon in because again they both worked with each other last year, so again good. I think again Stetson Bennett will get some game time this year. He'll probably be a rotation option, but I look at his ceiling. He's 26. Like, you know what I mean? He's one of the oldest. He's the oldest quarterback in this draft that got drafted at 26. There's not much upside to him. Like, I could see him getting about 3 or 4 years in the league. Maybe he can win something with the Rams if they do something right, but I don't know. But ultimately, he's finally made it to the NFL. He got drafted in like 3rd or 4th round, but again, he could get that game time. Davis Allen, tight end, got drafted as well. Again, I like that tight end option of Davis Allen. I think he's going to get a good cameo this year. Juwan De Jesus Johnson, edge again. Jason Taylor, the second. He got drafted as well. Zach Evans, running back. You got Tre'Vius Hodge, cornerback from TCU, and Puka Nacua, wide receiver from BCU. So actually a real draft class. It's a really mid. I think it's a really mid Rams team, but it's a mid draft class and free agency. But I think the NFC West. I'm gonna say second for the Rams this year.